Today we're going to focus on clubs that have spent only one singular season in the top flight of English football in their entire club history. They were there and they were gone before maybe you could even clock it. The club that most people are familiar with that have spent one singular season in the top flight of English football are Glossop North End. And that's mostly because of the historical facts around Glossop North End. They are the smallest town to ever have a English top flight football club. And it was a long time ago that they played in the top flight. It was the 1899 to 1900 season, a while back, a lot of people would say, but it still counts and they still did it. The only singular season they've ever been in the top flight of English football. They're still plugging away and playing, currently in the 9th tier of the English football system. Leyton Orient is another club that spent one singular season in the top flight. They did it in the 1962-1963 season. They scored 37 goals that season. And the sad fact is, the league's top goal scorer that year matched their entire team's goal scoring tally. So that's not great. Northampton Town currently competes in League One, but in the 1965-1966 season, it was their lone season in the top flight of English football. Now, out of all the clubs on this list, they were the unluckiest. They didn't finish at the bottom of the league table. They were actually 13 points clear of the last place club, only 2 points away from safety. They probably actually needed 3 points, but still, they were very, very close to not being relegated. The crazy thing about the table that season was the difference between 21st, which was where Northampton Town finished and were subsequently relegated, and 13th place was 4 points. 4 points was the difference that season from 21st to 13th. Carlisle United competed in their singular season of top flight football in the 1974-1975 season, and they finished dead last. Now, there is, I guess, a little bit of a silver lining because after their first 3 matches, they were top of the table, which is the only time in their club's history that they have been first place in the top flight. They were flying out of the gates. Maybe they were just too hot. They burned too bright that they just crumbled after 3 matches. So now we get to the clubs that have played their only top flight season, their singular top flight season in the Premier League era. Swindon Town competed in their only top flight season and obviously only Premier League season in the 1993-1994 season. They ended up finishing dead last, bottom of the table, only winning 5 matches. So not great. But their leading goal scorer, Jan Fjordhoff, who is now an ESPN analyst and commentator, netted 12 goals that season, so not bad. The problem was the other side of the pitch. They ended up giving up a record 100 goals in a season, which was recently broken this season, actually, by Sheffield United. Barnsley was the most recent club to spend only one singular season in the top flight of English football. They did it in the 1997-1998 season. Now, they didn't finish dead last, and they didn't give up 100 goals. So I guess that's the silver lining in that.